Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's January 28th, 2026. Looking out at the finger of fate, missing its top from that recent earthquake. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, we're asking you to do a one-time donation or even better. Sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. Appreciate all donations that have been coming in during this dry spell. We will actually see some snow today. Trace amounts to up to 2 inches in the high reaches of the white clouds and the sawtooths. Other than that, it's just going to be a couple of flurries today, but it is a brief change and a little bit of precip. Tomorrow's going to be mostly cloudy, and then high pressure moves back into the region for the weekend with increasing temperatures. Looking at the satellite this morning, you can see that little shortwave that's coming through today. It's going to be actually coming through as a weak cold front. This is kind of that boundary line here for the cold front. So you see clouds already in our area and snow is happening to our west. And then we're going to have this period of clearing right after that thing comes through, a brief clearing. Here's the radar this morning. You can see some snow showers to our west, kind of moving a little bit northwest to southeast, but mostly on a western path. So we'll see what spots get hit by that today. The HER forecast, as that cold front comes through, it becomes less prominent as it hits the western mountains. You can see it kind of just fizzles out as it passes overhead. But you can see this band here is the cold front, or right the leading edge of the cold front, I should say, happening anywhere between 8 and maybe 11 a.m. this morning. And looks like the sawtooths might get the bulk of it. But if you switch over to the NAM, you can see some of that moisture does go through Haley, but I think it's just going to be some passing flurries. So it does look stronger on the NAM. We'll see what happens. This is how much we can potentially see. See nothing really for Wood River Valley, but as we go further north and west into the Sawtooth Crest, 1 to 2 inches possible, generally a dusting to maybe an inch in most places. Looking at the long-term forecast, we are above normal for the temperatures going all the way in through February, and looks in pretty dry. Looks like we might even add another week to this big dry spell. I'm not really counting today's snow as actual precip since most of it's going to be around an inch. But we're day 20 today since the last snow we've seen, and looks like the next good chance for above normal conditions, not these little passing systems that are just going to give us 1 to 3 inches or nothing, is looking like mid to later part of February. Temperatures in the Wood River Valley are going to be in the upper 30s over the next couple days, and then by Sunday we're going to bump up to pushing 50 degrees before we kick back a couple degrees. And it's going to be pretty mostly cloudy, probably periods of sun, but mostly cloudy through the weekends. I'm going to show you the GFS. All right, so we got our trough or our shortwave system coming through this morning, little mini trough, and then the ridge builds back into place for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It looks like it flattens out a little bit. That's why we're going to have those continued clouds. It's not forming the stout ridge we were seeing before. And then by Sunday, we have a pretty good ridge that forms overhead, bringing in those warmer temperatures before maybe getting another clip of some small amounts of moisture on Monday. And then we just keep playing this through, get some cool air coming in at the beginning of next week, and then we build back into a ridge of high pressure for the remaining part of the week, with possibly a backdoor cold front happening Wednesday, Thursday, but mostly over high pressure, nice weather for the time being till maybe the following weekend. So pretty far out. Looking out at Williams MBM, the best moisture we're going to get over the long period of the MBM forecast a week out is going to be happening today. And not even getting 1/10 of an inch. So looking still pretty bad out there. Day 20.